Good morning, dear students. Dear students, today we are going to start with a very important chapter, and that is soil. Soil where the plants grow. In this chapter, we are going to discuss the significance of soil for the living organisms. We are going to explain the process of formation of soil. We are going to see the layers of soil. We are going to describe about the soil erosion. We are going to see the various factors that are responsible for the soil erosion. And we are even going to see the importance of various methods of soil conservation. Why should we do the soil conservation? So all that we are going to study is soil and its composition, its importance. So let's get started. Do you know what is a soil? Soil is a mixture of rock particles, decomposing plant and animal materials. Soil is a stuff plants grow in. The soil contains different salts, minerals, organic substances, gases, water in it. Now, dear students, let's discuss the composition of soil. So, soil is made up of gravel. It is made up of sand, clay particles, humus. Humus means the remains of dead plants and animals, water, air, and even minerals. So, this is the composition of soil. These make up the soil. But have you ever thought about how did the soil come on earth? And on which layer of earth do we have the soil? Let's see to it. Dear students, do you know all the landforms form the earth's crust? This earth's crust is a top layer or the outermost layer of our earth. It is a very fertile soil that we have here. Earth's crust contains all life. The topmost layer on the surface of the earth's crust form the soil. Let's discuss about the soil in greater detail. Now let's see what is soil. Soil is made up of the sand, clay, gravel, dead plants, animals, and minerals, even water. So soil is the topmost layer of the earth's crust and a mixture of biotic and abiotic components. It is made up of the powdered rocks along with dead and decaying remains of living beings, and this is called humus. बच्चे जिसको हम लोग खाद भी बोलते हैं. This makes our soil really very fertile. Let's see the importance of soil. Do you think soil is important? Yes, it is really vital for the survival. Let's see, soils are critical or main for the health of our planet. They are the key in the carbon cycle, helping to regulate the climate. They store and filter water. They help to moderate the floods and the droughts. They provide nutrients and water to grow the food. Soil even support a large and diverse biological community because many microorganisms live in the soil. Now, dear students, let's see the importance once again. Soils provide minerals and other nutrients for the plants. All animals get their energy from the plants either by eating food, plants, or by eating animals that have eaten the plants. This is a food chain that I am talking about. Even the soil stores the water for the plant use. Soil also prevents water runoff. Let's see it in a greater detail. Soil is vital for the survival of living organisms. It can be man, it can be animals, it can be any living organism. Soil is important for all of them. soil provides a medium for survival and growth of plants. It provides all the minerals, nutrients, and water to the plants for their growth. It anchors the root of the plant. Anchors mean hold the roots of the plant. तो जो plant बिल्कुल upright रहता है ना, वो किसके कारण से? Because roots grow inside the soil, जिनकी पकड़ बहुत ज़्यादा मजबूत हो जाती है. Like soil के अंदर ये grow कर रहे हैं. It is a habitat for mice, rats, insects, and various microorganisms such as fungi and bacteria. You should remember, microorganisms help the soil to keep up its fertility by decomposing dead and decaying matter found in the soil. And this dead and decaying matter, either of plants or dead animals, make humus. That is a very fertile layer, जिसको हम लोग खाद भी बोलते हैं, जिसको हम लोग यूज करते हैं to grow the plants, right? To provide fertility to the plants. Students, did any time a question come to your mind, how do the soils form? कि ये soil कैसे बनती है? But we have the answer. Soil को बनाने के लिए ना बहुत सारे factors हैं जो मिलकर work करते हैं. There are the organisms, there is time period, there is a parent material like rocks, there is a climatic conditions, there is a topography like landforms. ये सब मिलकर soil formation को lead करते हैं. Like the climate किस तरह का है? Climatic changes कैसी आ रही हैं? Parental material like rocks are available. Plants and animals help. Time helps and topography helps in the formation. But when I talk about a parent rock, if the rock is there, it breaks down over the period of time. तो वो breakdown के कारण से soil formulate होती है. When I talk about the topography, this is a sedimentation of the soil. This is a formation of a soil from a given landform. When I talk about the biota contains all the animals, the living organisms that live. They also lead and contribute to the soil. I talk about the time. आपको क्या लगता है soil एक ही दिन में बन जाती है? No, it takes centuries to form the soil. After all, it is also the climatic conditions about the wind, the rain, the weathering of the rocks that occurs due to these climatic conditions, and that helps in the formation of the soil. We will be doing this in the greater detail now. Now, dear students, let's start with the formation of soil. Formation of soil is a continuous and a gradual process. It's a whole process of disintegration of the bedrock into a finally developed soil. आपको पता है how does the soil forms? It's formed due to many factors like wind, climatic conditions, rain. Due to these climatic conditions, the rocks break down into the fine material called soil. The process of breaking of the rocks into the smaller pieces due to the natural factors is called weathering or rock disintegration. पता है during the daytime जो rocks होते हैं वो बहुत ही heat up हो जाते हैं due to the sunlight. Night को the rocks cool down. अब when the weather changes, hot and cold combination comes, इनमें cracks आ जाते हैं और जब rain इनमें enter करती है हमारे rocks और weaken हो जाते हैं. Once the rocks are weakened up, they start breaking up, and then the small rocks is carried by water further, and they are being broken even further into the tiny rock pieces. और जब ये tiny rock particles organic matter मतलब humus के साथ mix up होते हैं, they form the soil. So dear students, this is a process of formation of a soil. So dear students, let's do in detail how the weathering takes place. So weathering of the rocks is a process of formation of soil. Soil is formed due to the breaking of large rocks into the small particles, as I have explained you earlier. इट टेक्स मिलियंस ऑफ ईयर्स. मैंने आपको बताया था ना, बहुत ही स्लो और ग्रेजुअल प्रोसेस है, कंटिन्यूसली चलता रहता है. सो जहाँ पर मिलियंस ऑफ ईयर्स इट टेक्स फॉर वेरी स्मॉल अमाउंट ऑफ सॉइल टू फॉर्म. Soil is formed from rocks. Continuous and prolonged exposure of rocks to rain, sun, heat, wind causes them to crack and break down into smaller pieces. जब ये रॉक्स क्रैक हो जाते हैं बच्चे, ड्यू टू द डिफरेंट क्लाइमेटिक कंडीशंस, तो यहाँ पर क्या होता है, स्मॉलर पीसेस फर्दर ब्रेक डाउन until a powdery mass is formed. ये smaller pieces get carried away by the rivers and all and are broken down by water. अब जब ये लोग और break हो जाते हैं, so you should be remembering that powdery mass has some pieces of rock. The powdery mass, that is the soil, has some air trapped in it, water trapped inside it, and is finally known as soil. Besides the rock pieces, soil also has organic and inorganic matter and humus. Humus, I told you, are very fertile, like dead and decaying matter, isn't it? When plants and animals die, they decompose or break down and get mixed with the soil, forming humus. So humus and microorganisms present in the soil are essential for sustaining the plant life. जो प्लांट लाइफ होती है वो कैसे ग्रो होती है? ओनली ड्यू टू द सॉइल. एंड सॉइल के अंदर ह्यूमस का होना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, बिकॉज देन ओनली द फर्टिलिटी ऑफ सॉइल एनहांसेस. सो बच्चे, दिस वॉज हाउ द सॉइल वॉज फॉर्म्ड. द वेदरिंग ऑफ रॉक्स led to the formation of soil. We had already discussed it.